Hello traders, welcome to this review on Thursday, getting ready for GDP tomorrow in the Dow. I've not coped with this volatility at all well this week, I have to be honest. When we had this sell-off here, I tried to get short yesterday here and got a couple of stop outs. I did get short up here and got my money back and more, but I just got taken by surprise on this. This is a major level that we've pivoted down to. We've also sort of a fib level and 2 EMA. Shot up, pulled right back, and spent several hours running up. So I missed out on that. I shorted up here at 250, got 30 points profit. Got a 3-4 point stop, so I gave it back, gave all of it back minus 3 or 4 points. But it could have worked. I would keep doing that any day of the week. RSI was high, major level of resistance. It's worked in the past, it just hasn't worked today. So stick to my plan. I was short resistance in where we've had so many legs down. The bears have really got hold of this at times. We've only had one big leg up, and a couple of little moves up. So although I got stopped out here, and I was on the wrong side of it, like I said, I will do that again. I need to do what I want. So now, after GDP tomorrow, if this holds. If this was GDP and GDP was already out of the way, I would bought the pullback here, or bought a small pullback in a small time frame. Anyway, right, I'm rambling, so let me move on. Point is, I did not do well on that. I also didn't do well on this. I didn't catch. I got a stop to break even on a long in the morning. I bought this support here. Looked like a hammer-like bar. I was expecting that to push up. Long came along for a close and it just dropped. And I was long down here, got out in a couple of days when it shot up. This is just not my week. I mean, this happens. Unfortunately, this is part of the trading, so I need to just stand back and reassess. But I drew this line after the breakdown, I had to admit. So a strong move up. Shorted the euro, got a few points out of it. Just let myself get stopped out on that one. That's just drifting, masses of resistance, huge. I shorted right up the highs here. And as we drop down, we had movement stop. It's locked in movement profit. When you get this kind of volatility, it does get tougher. So I will just have to take out the tube and work with it. I even got a stop out on oil as well. Oil raised up with this area here. I bought the pullback at 250, 260 and then it just rolled over. Nothing's working for me. So I definitely need to just take this on the chin and stay out of the markets and just get the pivots ready for next week now, because
in that classic recording from 1961, we heard the great Swiss conductor Ernest Ansermet conducting the Swiss Romance Orchestra in Franck's symphonic poem Le Chasseur Maudit. It's often been remarked that if Franck had died at 50, we'd never have heard of him at all. But his appointment to the Conservatoire as he marked his half-century didn't just set the seal on his significant teaching career, it also marked the beginning of a new creative period for him. It may be that Franck was learning as much from his pupils as they were from him.
I would like to get
almost all
push up here. I would
major
look for shorts up here
from the last years of his life, and it's on these works
that
his reputation as a composer really rests. But if that marvellously evocative score we just heard had a relatively successful tenure in 1983 and was performed again the following year, another literally inspired symphonic poem had a less happy fate. Les Djinns, composed in 1884, 6 years before his death, and based on a poem by Victor Hugo.
Djinns
are the spirits in Islamic mythology who can transform themselves into humans or animals and influence man with their supernatural powers. This piece for piano and orchestra was commissioned by a pianist, but he balked at the difficulty of the music, and another soloist, Louis Guillemer, was brought in. But at the rehearsals, the conductor, Edouard Colombe's reaction to the piece was hardly encouraging.
So good GDP
he fired at
break, see that
when
break,
the composer answered meekly, "Mais oui." Colombe grunted, "C'est affreux. Continue.
Yeah, we've been in this
it's hideous.
for a
Let's
long
continue."
time now.
The original pianist dropped out, and Franck rewarded Guillemer, who stepped into the breach, for acquitting himself well at the premiere by promising another piece for him, though the pianist had to wait a good year for that little something, which turned out to be the Symphonic Variations. But in the meantime, Franck wrote another piece for solo piano, Prelude, Chorale, and Fugue.
If that closes on there, that's a hammer on fifth level.
Had been
that
for
could
only a
lift that
prelude
up.
and fugue, as made immortal by Bach. But the central section
Right,
became the emotional core
I
of the
would
work. Stephen Huff, whom we'll hear playing, says that for Franck, the example of Bach was an affirmation that secular music could still retain a spiritual identity in an abstract form.
Hammer on the 50 EMA on the Aussie US. So that is interesting. Depending on what happens tomorrow, if that dips back to 89.50 and holds, I would consider buying that. If I done. If I get intraday signals that are telling me that is a buy. Okay, I'll leave it there, and I will not be in the room tomorrow. There's so much data spread over the morning, and I've got GDP in the afternoon, and my success rate is so weak this week. I will not be in the room tomorrow. I will just stand aside and wait for the markets to come to me now. Okay, so I hope you have learned something from that, and I certainly have, so I will look forward to seeing you again. Yeah, in the trader's world, not every week, not every month is going to be a top one, and this certainly is a very weak start for me in this year. So I've sharpened up my check sheet, and I will share that with members, and so I will go through that with you and talk to you about that next week. Thanks, bye.